Hey friends, welcome back to another vlog. I'm so excited to vlog again. It has been like, I don't even know. I think it's been like since February since I vlogged last. Let me see real fast how long it's been since my last vlog. 4 months ago was my last video. Guys, I'm not gonna lie. Normally I don't talk about these types of things, but it's been pretty hard recently. Like life has just been, I feel like I've been going through a lot of things health-wise. I've been having a few health problems that I think we have completely figured out now. Like we've prayed about it a lot, and I think that we're on the up. I'm on the up and up with the health problems. I think it all is stemming from my gut health, which I got a lot of tests done, and that shows some things that I have to fix with my gut health. And as everyone knows, your gut health can literally cause a slew of other problems, including mental health problems, which I have also been struggling with for the past couple months. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why I haven't been active at all on vlogging. And then I've been very slow on putting out YouTube videos for like my main channel or on Instagram. Even after like January and February, I feel like I was doing so good with it. And then after my birthday in March, early March, I feel like everything got hard, and I was like not in the right headspace to be vlogging or to be making videos or anything really, just because of the stuff that I was dealing with. So here's a friendly reminder: if you are going through something hard and you just don't have the energy for something, that is okay. And make sure you tell yourself every single day that it's okay, because this was such a hard battle for me to accept that like I wasn't vlogging or making videos like I should be. But honestly, it's okay. Like I took a few months off of vlogging and I posted videos sporadically, and everything is still okay. Nothing in my world is crumbling. So if you have to take a break from anything, not just content creation, but like anything in your life, hobbies, certain things you do, like if you volunteer for things, if you volunteer at your church or anything like that, if you have to take a break just for a certain amount of time just to help with what you're going through, it's okay to do that. And I'm telling you guys this because I needed somebody to tell me this. I guess even if they did, I don't know if I would have listened, because I was just being so hard on myself. But please listen to me when I say that it is okay to take breaks and to do what is best for your health. So just remember that. Anyway, that was a very random start to the video, but I did want you guys to know why I just fell off the face of the earth. It wasn't just because I just fell off the face of the earth. I was going through some things. But anyway, today in the vlog, I'm going to be making some cookies for our neighbor. Yesterday I was on a walk and she called me over and we were talking, and she was talking about how she always goes to Sam's and buys huge things of Nestle Toll House cookie dough rolls. So clearly they love cookies, like just chocolate chip cookies. And I have the literal best recipe from Butternut Bakery for chocolate chip cookies. They are the best things I've ever ate. I can't eat them anymore because I'm gluten-free, but I make them for all the neighbors. And I don't know if I've made these specific cookies for this neighbor before, and I think they're really gonna like them because she keeps the Nestle Toll House cookie dough rolls in her freezer, like she said, constantly, like they're always eating it. And I'm just gonna say, this is way better than Nestle Toll House cookie dough cookies. I'm gonna make her some of those today. And then I did buy this. I bought this back in January, February, I don't know. It's been a long time. Maybe it was a little after that. Maybe it was in February. I think it was in February that I bought this. I found a cookbook at Barnes & Noble that was gluten-free bread. That is something that I miss so much, being gluten-free. Like, I feel like I can make almost anything gluten-free. Dessert-wise, taste almost exactly the same at this point. So it's not desserts that I miss, and it's not pasta that I miss, because brown rice pasta tastes exactly the same as wheat pasta. So I don't miss pasta. I don't miss dessert. I miss bread. And there are a few restaurants that we've ate at, not any near here. Well, maybe one near here that has good hamburger buns that taste like identical to regular hamburger buns. There's not really many places that have amazing gluten-free bread. So we're also going to be doing that in this video. I've made sourdough once before, a starter, and you guys, it was awful. It died within like 2 days. That was a regular starter back when I ate gluten though. So we're going to try this gluten-free starter. I have no idea how to do it. Like I think I skimmed over the book a few months ago when I bought the book. We're gonna attempt this together in the video. If any of you guys have made gluten-free sourdough, I know that's very niche, like that's insanely niche, but I don't know if it's any different than making regular sourdough. But if you have any gluten-free sourdough tips, sourdough starter. We're starting with the starter, trying to keep the starter alive, and then we're gonna go to actual sourdough. But yeah, we're gonna be doing this later too, and I honestly don't even know what we have planned for this weekend. I know we have the Wholesome Direct tomorrow, which we're gonna watch, but other than that, I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and start on these cookies. These cookies I have made like a million times, so I know how to make them like by heart. The first thing I have to do is melt this butter, and then you can't have the butter hot, so I probably should have done this already. But normally I do some of the other things while I'm waiting for it to cool. Normally I also do 2 batches instead of 1 batch, but I don't think that these neighbors, it's an elderly couple, and I don't think that they would want 18, 19, 20 cookies. So I'm just gonna make 1 batch, which I think makes like 10 to 11 cookies. I have truly done this recipe so many times, I could probably tell you the measurements. The only reason I'm looking right now is because I normally do 2 batches at once. I think the recipe actually calls against doing 2 batches at once. I don't know if because towards the end, like the dough gets too warm, because this is dough that you don't have to refrigerate it or anything. But I normally do 2 at once, so I feel like I know the measurements for 2 batches, but I do not know the measurements for just 1. But they're honestly the easiest cookies to make and the best cookies I've ever made. It only takes 2 bowls, a whisk, and a spatula. I'm pretty sure that's all I use. And then the ingredients, of course. I do use a food scale because I feel like using a food scale, it makes everything way more accurate, so you don't have to worry about, I don't know, getting too much liquid or getting way too much flour, because flour is one of the things that people often mess up with, because if you pack flour down, it's going to use way more flour than you need to. You're not supposed to pack flour. So like if you just take a cup and you scoop it down in the flour bag, you're getting way too much flour, and that can mess up the recipe. So that's why I always use a food scale. Also, I know it's been so long since I have vlogged, so we have so much to catch up on. I have read so many good books. I have watched shows. I'm like, what should we even talk about? I have no idea, because it's been so long. It's been 4 or 5 months. So I feel like there's just so much we could talk about, and I don't even know what to start with. I do know me and Dusty just watched Pokemon Concierge for the 2nd time, the 1st season, and that is just such a freaking cute show. Like everything about that show, I will say the art style is a little weird. I don't know if I would specifically choose that for a show I was going to watch. I thought it would bother me more than it does. It doesn't bother me nearly as much now as it did when the commercials for the show came out. And I think because the show is literally so good. Like I feel like for Pokemon, it's like on the level of Bluey. But Bluey is just like such a solid kid show, but for adults. I don't know if that makes sense. But Pokemon, clearly, like a lot of adults watch Pokemon, but we all know like Pokemon is geared towards kids. Like it's a kid show that a lot of adults watch. It can have some adult themes in it, like adult lessons and stuff like that. That's something that Pokemon Concierge does. Like it will get you in the feels, not because like it teaches you like some amazing like life lesson. I feel like there are a few life lessons in the show, but it's just so emotional and so good and such a solid show. And it really just came out of nowhere. So I don't know. If you haven't watched Pokemon Concierge, I've only watched season 1. I haven't watched season 2. We wanted to watch season 1 again because it had been so long since we watched season 1, and season 2 took a long time to release. So we watched season 1 for movie night, which by the way, if you guys don't come to movie night, you totally should. Movie nights are so fun. We don't have anybody in there talking or anything, like nobody's voice is on there. It's just completely muted. You don't have to worry about hopping in there and like letting anybody hear you or anything like that. It's completely muted. We have a chat like a text chat open, so you can type and talk if you want to, but we don't have anything like to where you can actually talk. It's just to come and like watch shows or movies together. So we have that twice a month. I need to do the dates for June actually. So we do like a lot of cartoons. We do a lot of Disney movies. We do a lot of Studio Ghibli movies as well. I know we just watched, oh, I just dropped this into the bowl. We just watched Castle in the Sky. Oh my, guys, I think that could potentially be like my number 1 or number 2 favorite Studio Ghibli movie. I actually still, like, I say that it's my number 1 or number 2, and I fell asleep at the end, not because I was bored, but because I was so tired that day. And I fell asleep at the end. I missed like the last 15-20 minutes of the movie, and it's still my favorite or number 2. I can't decide because I love Kiki's Delivery Service. Oh my gosh, Castle in the Sky was great. Anyway, I feel like I should show you what I'm doing because you can't even see. Like I'm doing stuff while I'm talking. But this is the 2 bowls that we use for the cookies. This is the brown sugar and the regular sugar. And then this is just the flour mixture that you mix together with like baking soda and salt. That way you can do the wet ingredients in this one. Keep those over there. After you're done with all the wet ingredients, then we're going to pour that in here. And then you just pour the chocolate chips in. It's literally that easy, you guys. That easy. But again, I do recommend using a kitchen scale because without this, I don't know if they would turn out as good as they do. The only thing I'm waiting on is the butter to cool. I don't think it's had time to cool yet. So I'm going to give it like 2 more minutes and then we'll get these in the oven. Another life update, maybe, potentially, I don't know if I told you guys about this. We do have a stray, well, not a stray cat anymore. A stray cat came to our house last year. I'm pretty sure you guys know about this because we've had Diesel for quite a while, but Diesel has taken residency here. Like Diesel never leaves. And he's currently outside the window right now, just sitting in the trees, I guess, waiting to get some prey or something. I don't know. He gets a lot of moles and stuff at our house, but he's over here. I don't know if you guys can see him. He's right there. I can zoom in the like while I'm editing and show you guys, but we just love him so much, but we cannot bring him in because we have 4 cats upstairs and 1 cat downstairs, and it's just too much to bring another cat in, especially after what happened with Titus and Angel and how they were fighting and how she had to get tubes put in her back and everything. So we're not gonna introduce any more cats to our household, but we do love Diesel. For right now, he's just our outdoor cat, and if I go outside on the back porch and work, he'll just go up and lay with me up there in one of the chairs beside me while I work the whole time, and he will not leave. Like, he's just so sweet. He'll let you pet him on the stomach. Like, he's the most lax cat ever. We're glad that the cat distribution system chose us for Diesel. And it was so funny because we went back and forth for like, I don't know, months, 6 months at least. We're like, is this a boy or a girl cat? And I know you're like, Ashley, those are 2 totally different parts. And I'm like, yes, I know. But we think that Diesel was fixed at a young age. We're going to take him to the vet soon to get his rabies shot and stuff like that. But we think he was fixed at a very young age because one of our indoor boy cats was fixed at a very young age, and it's hard to tell, okay? It's hard to tell when they're fixed at a very young age. Because we went back and forth for so long, we want to make a little joke out of it, and we want to do like a cat gender reveal. Just for us and our friends, but I thought it'd be fun to also include in a vlog in the future. After we take him to the vet, we're going to be like, hey, can you figure out, can you tell us if he's a boy or girl? But don't tell us, put it in an envelope like they do with gender reveals for babies. And we're going to do that with Diesel. I hope it's a boy because Diesel for a girl name, it doesn't really fit the vibe for a girl. We just want it to be goofy. It's just something goofy that we want to do. We're weird like that. But yeah, okay, so I've blabbed enough. I think the butter might be cooled off enough. So we're gonna get started on the cookies. the other cookies are in the oven, so while I'm waiting on those, I'm going to find out what we're meal prepping this week because we do a lot of meal prep. I do not have the time to cook through the week, so we meal prep breakfast, lunch, and dinner for Monday through Friday. Sometimes it depends on the meal prep, but sometimes we'll even get to meal prep until Saturday, and then we'll just cook like steak dinner for dinner on Sunday. And it works out so well. Like, it's the best thing that I think we've ever started doing is meal prepping. On Sunday, it takes some of your Sunday away. It takes some of your weekend away. It takes about, depending on what you cook, it can take, like, sometimes, there's been times it's took, I don't know, 5-6 hours from start to finish to cook everything that we make because I make it for me and Dusty, and it's me and Dusty both doing it. That's like with cleanup and stuff like that. But if you really utilize like easy things, like if you want to use your crock pot and then do a sheet pan dinner and then do like an easy overnight oat breakfast, I feel like that is the way to go because you can get meal prep done for the whole week in like 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours with cleanup. And I feel like that is so worth it because if you want to cook every single day, it's going to take you at least an hour to 2 hours every day that you cook if you're cooking breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So I just feel like it's so worth it. And I love looking at new recipes and stuff too. So while the other cookies are baking, I think there's 4 left. So I think the recipe made 10. I'm going to find something for meal prep this coming week because it's Friday and we need to meal prep on Sunday. So far, I have found General Tso's chicken bowls, which is like chicken and mushrooms, bell peppers with like this General Tso sauce and then rice. That one doesn't really have a lot of fiber and we really try to get our daily fiber. We are fiber maxing people. Fiber is so good for you. So we really try to get our fiber. This one doesn't really have a lot of fiber. I think it has like 1 to 2 grams of fiber per serving. So we're going to have to get some fiber from other things, which I know we get a lot of fiber from. We always do a yogurt bowl sometime through the day with Greek yogurt and fruit. Normally we do berries. So if you do berries, you can get so much of your fiber just from berries that day. But we'll see how it all works out. But I do want these General Tso's chicken bowls. So I'm going to try to find some more stuff. And then I'll let you guys know what we're going to cook after I find the recipes. Okay, I have picked out the recipes for the week and I think I have put off the sourdough long enough because I've just been sitting here and I'm like, do I really want to start it and fail? I'm so scared of failing, you guys. But it's fine. It's fine. If I fail, I will just try again and try again and try again. And if I fail a million times, then I'll probably message the author on Instagram and be like, please troubleshoot with me. I will pay you. Just kidding. But I did pick out our meal preps for the week. For breakfast, we are having high protein berry cheesecake overnight oats. Those sound fabulous. I did change the General Tso's chicken. I know I said we were having that. I changed it. I found chili honey garlic salmon bowls, which sound so good. And it had a little bit more stuff in there with fiber like broccoli and asparagus. So, and we haven't had salmon in a while, and I know how important it is to eat fish. So we're going to have salmon this week for lunch, and then for dinner, we're going to have white chicken chili in the crock pot. Like I said, it's so easy if we have at least one recipe that's in the crock pot, and then the overnight oats are so easy too. So 2 really easy recipes, and then the other one I think is literally just a sheet pan recipe. I really need to go get started on the sourdough starter. If I fail, you guys are going to fail with me. Not really you guys failing, but just watching me fail. That makes me feel better, you know? We're back in the kitchen. I think I was freaking out just a little bit after reading some of this stuff. The making of the starter is literally 3 ingredients and it's super easy. So that's not the part I'm worried about. I think the part I'm worrying about is keeping the starter alive. Like, I have to feed it every 12 hours. It's 10:40 right now, so I'll probably feed it again at 10:30 or 10 tonight, and then just keep doing it 10 a.m., 10 p.m., 10 a.m., 10 p.m. because that's around the time I go to bed anyway. So that actually works out perfect. I have to feed it like this for 10 feedings. So that's 5 days. And then I'll be able to see if I was successful with the gluten-free sourdough. So it's actually really easy. We just use 2 different flours. So this is brown rice flour, and then we have to do 70 grams of this, 95 grams of filtered water at around 80 degrees Fahrenheit, 80.1 degrees Fahrenheit. I wish I could show you guys this. Hang on. Can you see? Look how perfect that is. Let's freaking go. 95 grams, and then we whisk it until it has the consistency of hummus. And then if it's too thick, then you can add a very small amount of water and whisk. This is literally it. This is all we do. There's a starter in here. Okay, that wasn't as scary as I thought. It's done. It's in the microwave. After I use the oven for my leftovers that I'm eating for lunch, I am going to put the sourdough starter in the oven actually with the light on, because it said one of the things that people can run into with especially their first couple feedings is that, or when they're first starting a starter, is that the house isn't warm enough. And our house definitely isn't warm enough, you guys. We keep our house on 64 at night, and through the day it's like 68 to 70, most of the time like 68. Hopefully that'll keep it warm enough, or maybe keep the light on for like an hour or so and then turn it off, and then I don't know, keep trying to remember to turn it on and off. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna try to do, because it says to keep it ideally between 75 and 85 degrees. The cookies are done. Look at those beautiful cookies. Look at those. Oh my gosh, they smell so good, but I can't eat them because I'm gluten-free. I just make them for everybody else. I am gonna go make the store list because we have to go to the grocery store later today. I don't think we need that much at the store, but I always say that, and then we always end up spending like $250 or $300 at the store when I'm like, oh, this list isn't bad at all. There's nothing on here. And then it's like, it'll be $250. And I'm like, inflation. Love it. Look how good that looks. Oh my gosh. I can't have sugar right now, unfortunately, for the next 2 months because my gut protocol. But after, and I can't go crazy, of course, after I'm done with the gut protocol. But after I'm done with it, you best believe, like once a week, I'm gonna have a sweet treat, and it probably will include something from this so I can use my sourdough starter. But I will keep you guys updated on that sourdough starter. In this vlog, I'll probably only have like a few of the feedings, and then the next vlog will have me actually making bread with it. So I'm so excited. Oh gosh.
I like babies.
The American dream, eating outside in the parking lot. There are no other places to eat outside in America other than parking lots. So, I wonder if anybody else eats their guac on the side. Spoonfuls of guac in their mouth. No chip.
Diabolical.
What would be the word for a chip? It's a...
The expressway.
Expressway, that's not the right word.
Carrier. A transportation device.
Well, I don't do that. I just straight up eat it without anything. Morning, friends. It is the next day. Yesterday, after I stopped recording, we actually took my nieces and nephews to a new park. We had never been there before. It was so hot. There was like a cool water splash pad thing for our youngest nephew. He was too shy. He didn't want to play with all the other kids. So we actually ended up going to another part of the park, and they played for, I don't know, like 3-4 hours. And then after that, of course, I was starving starving. We went to Chipotle, which is like the only safe place for me to eat right now because like I don't eat gluten. I'm not eating any fried foods. So Chipotle's always been our go-to anyway. Like we're obsessed with Chipotle, but it really is my only safe spot right now. And then we went grocery shopping, and by the time we got home, I was so tired, you guys. I had a headache from where my hair was up in those ponytails all day. I just was like, okay, I cannot film anymore tonight. I'll have to continue tomorrow. And I did feed my sourdough starter though, which is why I'm in the kitchen again, because we're gonna feed the sourdough starter this morning. And it's not as hard. Again, it's not as hard as I thought it was going to be. It's literally just doing the same thing that we did yesterday, which is the 70 grams of the brown rice flour, the 10 grams of the teff flour, and then the 95 grams of 80-degree Fahrenheit water. You do have to like discard 75 grams of the starter though. Yeah, okay, so I have to get 75 grams out and then put it into a different bowl and then add all the stuff and then wash the other bowl that it was in. Yeah, anyway, that is what we're gonna do. This is the third feeding. There are 10 total feedings before it becomes an official starter thing. So maybe I will use a lot of the big bag of flour, because I did not expect to have to use that much every single time and throw away so much every single time. So let's see if anything is happening with the starter so far. I think it says by day 3 you should see bubbles and aeration after 12 hours, because I did not see any bubbles last night, but today is day 2. So if we don't see anything, I'm not gonna be too worried, but tomorrow we should start seeing stuff, so hopefully. Okay, here is what it looks like. It's not bubbly. It has a few, but maybe not. No, maybe it doesn't. I don't really know. This is what it looks like. I don't think it's supposed to look like anything special or anything, but, and it said it was supposed to look like mousse. It definitely looks like mousse. Like, this is definitely a mousse-like consistency. It kind of feels very airy. Do any of you guys struggle with that? Like doing something the first time? Like I literally want to be perfect at this right now. And I'm like, sometimes like it really takes me like a long time to give myself grace to like not know how to do something immediately. Okay, we have a fed starter and it is going back in the oven for another 12 hours. I've been putting the oven light on. That way it'll stay a little warmer in there, because I feel like without the oven light on, it gets to like less than 70 degrees and that is not good for the starter. So I've been keeping the oven light on, but then I feel like it gets a little too toasty in there. We'll have to work that out as I continue to make sourdough and test out different things and stuff like that. Yeah, so right now it's at about 80 degrees. I have this little thermometer in there that tells me what temperature it is in there, but 80 degrees is good. We'll keep it at 80 degrees. So you guys, I bought these shorts from Target yesterday. You guys, these are the cutest shorts I've ever seen. And I walked in, seeing them from like forever away, and I was like, hang on, Dusty, I have to go over here and look at these. Levi shorts with freaking embroidered flowers. And I know they're so tiny and you're like, what? That's not really. No, these are the freaking cutest shorts I've ever seen in my life. And I have to show you guys what they look like on, because they are so freaking cute and they fit so good. Like, I think I'm a Levi stan now for life, because I have a black pair of Levi shorts. That's the only Levi shorts that I have. I need to go try on some Levi jeans. The shorts are like the best shorts that I've ever bought, and they last forever. So this is what I'm gonna wear to the Ed Sheeran concert that I'm going to in like 2 weeks. I love anything embroidered. I found a pair of pants that were embroidered down the leg, and they have like flowers all down the leg. Okay, so these I found a long time ago. These are not something I just bought, but they're Lucky brand jeans, and look at the embroider on the pant leg. They're one of my favorite pairs of jeans, but I've only wore them, I think, twice. Look at these. I'm so sorry the dogs are out, but look at these shorts, and they fit so, like, Levi's fit perfectly. He's out there cutting the grass. Levi's fit your body like perfectly. I don't know, they're just so perfect fit, and then embroidered flowers just add the tiniest subtle touch. Like, these are just, I don't know, they're perfect. They're absolutely perfect. I love these shorts. They're my favorite ever. And I'm going to wear them 24/7. Okay, so we are finished watching the Wholesome Direct. It ended like an hour ago. It was honestly really, really good. Like, I already made a post on Instagram and everything about my favorite announcements from the Wholesome Direct. Dusty said he would rate it, what did you say, 5 out of 10? 6 out of 10. Dusty said 6 out of 10 or 7 out of 10. I gave it an 8 out of 10 because there's 10 games that I have on my Instagram post, and the Fields of Mysteria release date for August 5th. Honestly, I was a little disappointed that they did not announce a Nintendo Switch release with the 1.0 because I really, really thought that by now they would have time to have ported it to the Switch, especially for the full release, but I'm just glad we got a full release for that. And then Tinker Nest also looked really, really cute. We got a free update for discounting, which I was not expecting for it to be free. I thought it was going to be paid DLC, but no, I got on the Steam page and it is a free update that has a lot of content apparently, even added to the story, so that was cool. And then they talked about Four Leaf Fields, which is a game that it's a farm sim, and you're like tiny, like an ant size, and everything else is like huge. It's kind of like Pikmin, but farm sim. So I think that one is like super unique, and I'm really, really excited for that one. I've been excited for that one since I've seen it a few months ago. Luz Lagoon got its announcement release date. Froggy Brews was really cute. Loftia got its early access release date for fall 2026. We just played the beta for that one, and I love Loftia, so that's another one that I just cannot wait for. I do wish it was fully releasing instead of releasing in early access. That way we could play on Switch as well. And then Humblet's Utterly Lost and Colorbound was also 3 more that I was really excited for. But yeah, all of those looked really good. And then Dusty was really interested in Planet Zoo 2, which was beautiful, by the way. It's probably not my game. That'll probably be Dusty's game, but it did look absolutely beautiful. So let me know what your all's favorite announcements was from the Wholesome Direct, because it was a solid direct and we had a lot of fun watching it. So I'm excited to hear what your all's favorites were from that. We are actually outside again, and I wasn't planning to do any work today. It was gonna be like a chill Saturday where we could like play Yoshi. We were planning on beating Yoshi today. Well, for some reason, I can never sit on the couch for too long. And I was like, I want to be outside today. So let's go outside today and let's clean out underneath our porch and pressure wash it and do all these things and maybe clean out our car. So now we're outside, and that is what we're doing now. But I did say, I was like, it's 3 o'clock now. We're not going to be outside past 6. Like, I have to have these limits for myself so that way we do get rest and it's not just work the whole time. It's June now, so I'm so excited to be able to go outside downstairs and we normally bring a TV out and set it on like this plastic table out there, and we can like watch football games. We can play games out here at nighttime, and we have little string lights down there, but it's so dirty from the winter, so we have to pressure wash the furniture and pressure wash the concrete pad down there before we can even use it. We are done with power washing all of this. We have like little pillows for each of the chairs. And then of course we're going to get flowers and plant them through there. And then we're also going to get flowers and plant them on the other side where the clay is. It's just not pretty at all. But that's just landscaping that we just have not done yet. That's just wet. That's why it looks like that. Hey, Dees. Hi. So yeah, and then after we do that, we probably need to get some grass to grow right here too. But yeah, that is done. It's all clean. I know it looks dirty, but that's just stain from the clay in Tennessee. Anytime the clay gets on anything, it just stains it automatically. And then Diesel, this little baby right here, has to have a house. So that is Diesel's house, and that's the only place it can be because it can't get wet. So that's the only place that can be, or else we would not have that there because it's kind of an eyesore. But yeah, this is our little downstairs area. We also have the upstairs area up there that's a lot nicer. It has the fan and the table and all that kind of stuff. But this looks really nice, and it's nice because we come out here, we put the pillows in there, and then we put a TV like over here, and we just watch TV from this place. And it also has the string lights, which they're not on right now, but it also has the string lights, and those are really nice when they're turned on at nighttime, and it's just really peaceful out here. So yeah, it's just a perfect little area after we get the plants, the flowers planted right here, and then some grass over here in the gross area. But I think we did pretty good today. I looked at my watch like it was going to tell me the time. I think it's like 5 something. I think we may actually bring out a TV tonight and play Yoshi outside under the string lights, which will be really cool. And I may even read some tonight too. So hi, Deez. Hi. Hi. Look. You want to say hi? You want to say hi, Deez? Yeah. Yeah, Deez. Say, I just came here one day. Yeah.